And started the recording, started the stream. Just give it a minute to catch up with us.
Just takes a minute to start in.
All right. And you're listening to the Substation Gaming Podcast. I'm Lucas. With me I have Black Chestnut.
Hello.
And Ricola.
Hi.
And today we're going to be going over the Pokemon Presents, as well as the Wario and Tales of Arise demos, and some more. And without further ado, our first topic is everything that happened in Pokemon Presents.
Yeah, I'll just blaze through this.
Alright, so we got a list of stuff to talk about. You want to just like run down?
Yeah, I mean, they started off with that Pokemon Unite. There was an update for Pokemon Unite.
Alright, yeah.
What are they adding?
I think they were just talking about the new characters. It was like, I want to say it was Mamoswine and Sylveon.
Ooh, we got a new evolution.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I do wonder what the skins for Sylveon are gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna give him a little top hat and a suit to go with his already existing bow tie.
That'd actually be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to Google Mamoswine. Why are they adding Mamoswine?
Because he's popular and good.
He's popular? He's like a...
At least in competitive play, he's fairly popular. At least back when I was fucking playing competitive Pokemon.
Back in the Middle Ages?
Yeah, back in like Gen 6.
Oh my god. What are we even on? 8 or 9? I generally forget.
I want to say 8.
Okay.
7, 8. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Unite, they had all the fancy costumes, the cool Pokemon, but I ain't playing their MOBA.
I ain't touching that. I ain't playing Unite.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter if
didn't
you had
even look
all
good.
of my favorite Pokemon. Not touching it.
Right. Like, serious.
What's the one? Relicanth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Relicanth. All my favorite Pokemon.
I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't look appealing, like, at all. And the mechanics of the game itself just, ugh.
I don't know. You'd probably enjoy it.
No, I've seen people play it, and it doesn't interest me. Like, it's honestly kind of a pay to win, and
it really is pay to win.
Like, and it's just like, that just doesn't. See, like, I hate to keep bringing up League in our podcast, but at least I could play League and just grind the game to get the characters I want. This game, like, I practically have to pay for them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool that they're adding some new Pokemon to it, but, yeah.
I mean, they're gonna keep doing this, you know. Eventually, we'll get to Rose Raid.
Yeah. Then you'll check it out for a second. And you'll be like, okay, I played.
Look at Rose Raid gameplay and then say, I ain't downloading it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, so
let's move on from Unite, I guess, to the Cafe Remix.
Now, the art for this, I just want to say, is the cutest thing on the planet. I'm going to die from looking at it.
Pretty much.
Kirby Cafe is slightly cuter, but only by a slight margin.
So what this was effectively was a Pokemon mobile puzzle game. You like made circles and then you connected the faces, I guess, something along those lines. And apparently it's getting like a mega revamp update where it's effectively a sequel, sort of.
Okay.
I don't remember anyone ever talking about this game. So I guess it wasn't that popular.
Yeah.
Because I literally don't remember anyone talking about this. I see people talking about all the other like Pokemon spin-offs in mobile games, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody ever talk about Pokemon Cafe.
Yeah, same here.
I saw it around. That's the most I can say. Like,
yeah, honestly, like the only times I ever saw it was during like Pokemon Presents.
I knew it existed. That's the extent.
To be fair, it was probably one of the best Pokemon games they showed off in this entire presentation. So you know, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say it is probably the best one in this entire presentation.
Yeah.
I can argue
I
with
mean,
that.
considering the low like bar that they had to meet with all the other shit, which we'll get into that shortly, but yeah. I can kind of agree with that, even though I really haven't seen much on it. But yeah, what's our next topic?
The next one was the Pokemon Go update. They're adding like Galar Pokemon.
Nice. Okay.
I think that was about it.
Yeah. No. What other announcements could you really make for Go?
I don't know.
All I know is I'm like a lot of people that I know are starting to play Pokemon Go more, and I'm just like, this game has been dead. Why are people still playing it?
You're bringing it back.
No.
It was never really dead. It just wasn't
It wasn't
at its peak like it was when it first
Yeah,
launched.
it got huge for a while, and yeah, it
Like-
never really died. It's still like top of the charts, like App Store and stuff.
Yeah, this might be a bit of a controversial take, but I think everybody has kind of, to some extent, come to terms with the fact that Pokemon has really gone downhill. You know, anyone who says otherwise is just in denial at this point, for the most part. And, you know, it's like, you can still enjoy the game, it's fine, you know.
But they were never where they used to be, and they were never all that to begin with.
They're not the same as you know, it's not at its peak. And I'm going to blame all of Pokemon's current problems on Go. I think Go is what destroyed the franchise.
Really?
Honestly.
Let's be real here. Pokemon started going downhill really after Go took off.
Like, for real.
Well,
Like,
It took like a generation before like it really hit the mainline entries, but now it is there.
I
It's
literally
definitely,
was saying this right when Go
bad
came
for
out.
this.
Right when Go came out, I was saying the same thing that Black Chestnut's saying. Like, I've thought this the entire time. I think Pokemon Go was not the move. I mean, granted,
I mean, it was on a financial
the move.
standpoint.
on a
it
financial point, but on a franchise point, it just kind of threw off the rest of the Pokemon franchise for me. And obviously,
I don't think it fundamentally like changed their strategy in any way. If like
I feel like it definitely does. Like you go from Go and look how many Pokemon mobile games we have now.
I mean, we got mobile games
It's like-
before Go. Go was like
That's
the
not
fourth before.
true.
We did.
It's
We
really not true.
How many mobile games were there
I
before
really-
Go?
Name all the Pokemon mobile games before Go now.
I can't.
Yeah.
I actually played a decent amount of one of those, but I can't remember their names.
But they
There
didn't
were
exist. You look at the ones that came after Go. You got Pokemon Masters EX. You got like the Pokemon Cafe remix. You got Pokemon Unite. That's a mobile game. You know, and it's like it's like half the stuff is mobile. It's like the mainline entries are drastically lower quality. You know, and I really feel like it was kind of Go's fault. You know?
Yeah, I honestly kind of agree.
It's like when Go hit, like the entire Pokemon company very much changed directions and it shifted its tracks and decided
I
to.
feel like a lot of their current directions were already kind of there as early as X and Y. I don't know.
No. I mean, anything that was there in X and Y was already there before X and Y, I feel like.
Okay, so I did a quick research. Pokemate and Pokemon Shuffle came out before Go, and they were complete flukes.
You mean
Fluke
flops?
would mean a good thing.
What?
You
mean
mean
flops?
flops?
Yeah, I meant to say flops. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, fluke's the opposite.
Okay, yeah, I meant to say flops. Like,
Yeah.
they have. I mean, they have good ratings on the Google Play and Apple Store, but nobody plays it.
They're Pokemon games, of course. They're rated high on an Apple Store, you know?
Yeah, because this is Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon Quest came out after Go, and that was okay. That was okay for a pocket game. It was very simple and just straightforward.
Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
Was that the one to Minecraft art style?
That was like the Minecraft dungeon crawler thing.
Right. But yeah, there was Masters EX 3 years after Go, and that was another flop.
That's a gacha game. No, Masters EX does like rakes in tons of money.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They're still
I might be
updating
thinking
it.
of a different one. I might be thinking of a different one then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their like gotcha
Speaking
game.
of EX, actually, that's
Yeah.
was also here.
Yeah.
Did we accidentally skip that actually?
Yeah, we did. But that's
Okay.
okay. We're talking about it now. Yeah, because like Masters EX, that's the game. That's the Pokemon game where instead of catching the Pokemon, you catch the girls. Because it's a gotcha game. You're literally like people who are playing, Pokemon Masters EX. They're just rolling to get the girls.
EX was a genius decision for them to make.
It really was. Like, let's be real here. The only reason why people like Gen 7 more than Gen 6 is because the human characters are more appealing in Gen 7 than in Gen 6. You know?
Yeah.
Like, all the human
Gen
character
6,
designs in
like,
Gen 6 were awful.
Like
They're like by
stupid
far the
rivals.
worst designs ever. But then Gen 7 came out and it had like the best human designs. Like, it had the best cast by far, and everybody loved it.
Yeah, Lily's cool.
Like, I feel like 80% of the people's problems with like Pokemon Gen 6, like X and Y, is just that the human cast is ugly as fuck. And like it's stupid easy.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing wrong with that game.
Yeah, it was that game was stupid easy. I think I beat that in like one sitting, actually. Like I remember playing that on a road trip to New York, and I think I beat it on the road trip to New York.
Well, to be fair, but that's the thing. Like, no Pokemon games are like that hard anyway. They're all baby's first JRPG. But like, you compare Gen 5 to Gen 6, and the difficulty drop is like drastic.
Yeah. You could sort of. I mean, it's kind of just the EXP share that does that, but also
I don't think it is. I think the EXP share could be balanced if they just balance the game around it. They just didn't, and that's why it was so bad.
Yeah, I feel like the XP share in X and Y really that's what made it easy for me. Like my Pokemon.
But at the same time, I don't want the game to be grindy, so.
Yeah. I think the EXP share was a great addition to the game.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, they just didn't properly balance the game around the EXP share.
Right.
And they give you way too many free overpowered Pokemon. Like, they give you a Lucario with its Mega Stone for free.
Right. Like, that was weird for me. I was like, okay.
I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like, I think X and Y is pretty good for the most part. It has by far the best online in the entire series.
Agreed.
And,
honestly,
I think the level design is really good in that game.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly, I didn't have a lot of problems with Shield. Or Sword. I didn't have a lot of online problems with Sword. Like, the trading...
Sword definitely has better online than Gen 7.
Yeah.
Pokemon Online's weird.
I don't think it's as good as online as Gen 6 was. And Gen 6 just had such perfect online. I never had any issues with it.
Yeah.
And it kind of annoys me that they keep reinventing the wheel when you figured out the perfect online system with Gen 6 for Pokemon. You don't need to do
weird
a
ones.
new
Like
one.
In Gen 4, you have to go to like Pokemon centers, right? And not every Pokemon center. Gen 5 had like its weird touchscreen thing that I don't completely understand.
Yeah. Gen 6 had amazing online system with the player search system where people would just pop up. You could leave a message saying like, "Hey, I'm looking for like OU battles," and it would be super easy.
I was once in a random restaurant, and I traded with some stranger I didn't even see and got a Meloetta. Yeah, that's how great it was.
It was such a good system. It worked so well because of the message system. It's just a super simple message system of, "Hey, I'm looking for a trade this," and it's like super easy. You could just find people to, actually play with without needing to actually find people online,
Yeah.
And Gen 7 had like this weird... It was so stupid. I never could figure out how the fuck it actually worked because it was just so bad.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I want to see if there's actually
that was Sun and Moon, right?
Sun and Moon. It had such dog shit online that it completely like I was like really into competitive Pokemon, like Smogon Pokemon, like back in Gen 6. And then Gen 7 happened and they switched the online system and I just could not play.
I'm really curious.
All my competitive battling during Gen 7 was entirely on Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah.
I'm generally curious. I need to see if they have any interviews on that, because I'm generally curious why they would change it.
Yeah. It's because Pokemon hates doing the same thing twice. They think it makes the games feel boring and samey, despite the fact that they are the most repetitive games outside of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Pokemon is very repetitive.
Yeah, they're like, we'll make sure to remake the same games over and over again, and they'll be exactly the same. But we're not gonna actually keep any of the mechanics people actually like.
I don't know. But what's the next on our?
What was the documentation? Let's just get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an okay tangent to go on. It's fine. It was Pokemon related.
Do we want to actually talk about the Pokemon Masters EX update?
What is there? I heard N got a new
yeah. It was like a new form of N where he had like a cool suit. It was white.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I need to like look at more Pokemon Masters just because I'm curious of what the official voices for half these characters are. Like,
they do all have like a voice.
Yeah, that's just weird to think about.
Yeah. But do you want to just move on to the two actually big parts of the presentation?
Yes, we're gonna poop on the first one and poop on the second one. The first one is the Diamond and Pearl remake.
Yeah.
We saw some more stuff about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
The characters are actually customizable, unlike Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, but it's not like a full character customization. You can just select a couple of like pre-done outfits.
So it's nothing like Sword and Shield where you can pretty much just deck out.
Yeah, it's not a mix and match. It's like here's a winter themed outfit where they have all winter clothes, or here's a biker themed outfit where they got like a biker jacket or something like that.
I kind of liked what they did in Sword. Like it allowed me to really just customize everything about my character.
Yeah, I mean that stuff wasn't new. That was an X and Y and shit.
Yeah, I know, but
people don't give people don't give X and Y enough credit. Like they really don't.
From when it came
Anyone
out,
who says that Gen 6 is like the worst gen when Gen fucking 8 exists. I keep forgetting we're on Gen 8. It's like, how can you say that like X and Y is worse than Sword and Shield? Like how?
It pretty much did everything that Sword and Shield did first.
Like Sword and Shield is also easy,
Yeah, it is really easy. They practically give you Eternatus.
They just do.
And then the legendary Pokemon. I mean, for every Pokemon game I play, I just save the Master Ball for them because I feel like it's just meant for the legendary Pokemon of the game.
You save the Master Ball for that random shiny you find.
Imagine ever seeing a random shiny.
I saw one in my Sword playthrough.
I did not.
They did make it more common in Sword, didn't they?
Yeah, I found an ultra rare shiny Wailmer.
Oh my god, Wailmer.
Yeah. It's purple.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Actually, I think I saw one shiny. It was that one like early game Pokemon you can find. I can't think of the name right now for some reason.
There's lots of early game Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, this doesn't help at all.
Is it the squirrel one?
All I know is the man was like black and white usually. Oh, it was the what is he?
A crow?
No. One of the gym leaders used them. I think the goth dude. He was like a...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll have to find the name. Hold on.
I don't think there was any goth gym leaders in Sword and Shield.
Yes, there was. In
Shield, right? There was the ghost boy.
No, in Sword as well. There's the dude.
Yeah, who's that guy? I know what he's talking about.
The metal guy. He's like
metal guy.
Like he listens to metal. Hold on.
The dark type gym leader.
Yes, but he's like all goth. He's got like the eyeliner and stuff.
He's a metalhead. He's not goth.
Okay. Well,
he's supposed to be like, sort of like Kiss, but without the makeup.
Okay, fair.
Slightly goth.
But but his hold on. I have to think of the name now. What the heck? This is on the tip of my tongue. This is gonna bother me all podcast.
He's eating the pizza rolls.
He's too emo to be punk rock. Now I'm curious what Pokemon the closest found.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. Continue the conversation. I will be back in 2
We're supposed to be talking about Diamond and Pearl.
Yes.
I will fight for these chibis. I think they're cuter than Oraz's art style. Oraz's creeps me out these days.
Yeah, but the environments are disgusting and ugly.
There's some ambient occlusion there.
I don't know.
I'm a sucker for that.
Bravely Default had better chibis than this.
Bravely Default 2 made a well. Bravely Default's like a almost between. Like, they're like chibis, but they're slightly taller.
Chibis.
They
That's
are
why they're better.
Well, I like
Nah, the
It's
fact
Diamond
that
and
they were
Pearl is
getting
just-
chibi fucking Pokemon for $60 of remakes of a $40 games that were 15 years old, and the fact that their fucking remakes are ugly than the fucking original games is ridiculous.
It's Obstagoon. Obstagoon was him.
Obstagoon.
He's orange
I
when he's
forgot-
shiny.
I
He's
remember that dude.
yes. He's freaking like he's like Zigzagoon, but he got buff and he's on 2 legs now. Sorry, that was bothering me. Anyways, back to
Pokemon.
but yeah,
I was like,
you're paying $60 for a
okay.
chibi game. Yeah,
Yeah. They look ugly.
they do. They really do.
I'm not getting them.
Yeah, I gladly bought Omega Sapphire or Omega Ruby, whatever one.
They were like creepy chippies in that one though. They were
They
were
weird
fine.
chippies.
That game was good. I liked
Weird.
it.
They're like
I
in
also
between. They're like baby
Okay.
people.
Like Gen 6 visually also doesn't look good, but that's also, you got to remember that every single Pokemon generation always looks bad, especially around the time it came out. You compare any Pokemon game to other games on the console, it always looks like dog shit. It's always the worst looking AAA game on the console. This is just a fact. Specifically for the mainline games, not the spin-offs.
Yeah. I feel like Heart Gold Soul Silver, its attention to detail and like art direction is really good, but
Yeah, but you
It's an
then compare
outlier.
that to Phantom Hourglass, and it's a booty.
true.
Yeah, it's like mainly I'm comparing the Gen 4 and Gen 5 and stuff. I think it looks like ass because the DS, like most of those AAA games, first party Nintendo titles were in 3D.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna judge it on the fact that it looks like,
Poop.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you could argue that the sprites have aged better than the 3D models.
do you really
personally,
dig Gen 5's mixing of sprites and 3D environments? I do think it does
I
that
think
pretty
it's
well.
kind of ugly, but it's not that ugly. But
It's
like
a-
at the same time, you can say, oh well, the 3D models in the DS haven't aged super well. I don't necessarily feel that. I feel like they look fine.
Even if there's model quality, it's also that the DS's resolution is so low that 3D games just look kind of weird on it. I feel like, in retrospect.
You could make that argument.
Yeah. I don't know. That's getting into more complicated discussion.
Yeah, that's
But the
getting
more
that's getting in
important
deeper
part
waters.
is that the Diamond and Pearl remakes, you compare them to other stuff. Like, let's compare them to the Link's Awakening remake, which went for a similar art style.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
It looks way fucking better.
Yeah.
Way better. And they're the same price. And they're both 1-to-1 remakes of, handheld games.
Correct.
Link's Awakening being a much older game.
Yeah, when did Link's Awakening first come out?
90 something.
Late 90s. It was a Game Boy game. I want to say it was about midlife Game Boy. Like a little...
I think it was
Was it
more early
early?
Game Boy. Yeah, I
Well,
think
it was
pretty
close to the
Game Boy.
early, but, not earliest.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
like
I wanna
touch
say,
was
like,
early,
It
but-
came out. It actually
Mario
came out in
Land 2
1982.
was out. Yeah, I want to say like Mario Land 2 was already out by then.
It actually came out in 1982.
Zelda 1 came out in 1986, so I think you're misreading something. 1993.
Oh, 1993. Okay.
Why'd you get 82? It makes you wonder.
I don't know.
Google,
Hmm.
Google can be stupid.
Is that Link to the Past?
Maybe.
No, Link to the Past is like 92 or so.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, yeah.
Zelda 186. But yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, I agree that the Link's Awakening is probably a pretty fair comparison.
Yeah. And even that, it's like, I think it looks fine. But I feel like with the Link's Awakening, at least they were like going for a consistent art style of it's supposed to be looking like plastic toys and stuff like that, little miniatures. Diamond and Pearl Remake doesn't have that. It's just these are chibis made to look like one-to-one to their sprite counterparts. And it looks fucking ugly. You know?
Yeah.
Like, especially when you compare it to the other Pokemon games that are already out on the system, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which looks way better and are also one-to-one remakes. Well,
Yeah.
sort of. At least on a level design front, they're one-to-one.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
I forgot those games existed.
And they look way better.
Yeah, they actually look really good. I was actually thinking about picking up Let's Go Eevee.
Don't bother. It's not worth it.
Why not?
Definitely
What if
not.
I what
It's
if
definitely not worth $60.
Okay.
I'd be cheap.
I'll try and find it on Amazon for $30 or something.
Good luck with that. It'll never happen.
So there's always someone wanting to resell.
Or a digital
Nintendo
copy.
games only go up in price.
Yeah, Nintendo games are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's actually talk about what they actually brought back with Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right.
Pro. So, most of the trailer was just showing off returning features from the original, which I'm actually surprised they managed to bring back most of them. Of course, you don't get, credit for actually just bringing back the shit from the original. That's fucking expected. You don't get points for that.
It's reassuring.
But, they're showing off the contests, which were in the original, and they even showed off the ball decoration gimmick, where you can put stickers on your Pokeball, and then particle effects will appear when you throw them out.
Cute.
Yeah.
Actually, can you put them on only before you catch a Pokemon with them, or after you catch a Pokemon? I kind of personalize my whole party,
Yeah, you can do it afterwards.
Okay, that's
You're
actually
supposed to do it
neat.
afterwards.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a nice little feature.
It is cool. This is the only game that has it. They never brought it back because, to be fair, it's probably because there was a letter thing, and people would spell out "fuck you" and then go in online matches.
Okay, can't wait for that to come back. They give everyone the benefit of the doubt again. They're like, they won't do it. And
They probably removed the letters. And they showed off the underground, which actually got expanded in this one to have more stuff in it.
Okay.
What was that? What was that like in the original?
It was their secret base thing. It was like the secret
Right.
bases in Gen 3, but
okay.
kind of better. There was a whole underground system. It was a second overworld, effectively, underground. I didn't actually use it a lot when I was playing Gen 4 myself. I kind of just ignored that feature. So I don't think I ever bothered to use it. I think I did it once to see what it was, and then I was like, this is fucking weird. And I couldn't figure out how to fucking make it work, so I just never bothered.
Right.
Okay.
But they expanded it this time, so now that there's large open areas, we can catch special Pokemon that wouldn't normally be catchable. This is their way of expanding the dex without actually
Expanding it.
Yeah. At least without expanding it by putting new Pokemon in the overworld,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, adding new Pokemon can work balance and stuff.
Where, depending on what items you put in your secret base, will determine what kind of open area it will be.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun little thing, actually.
Yeah.
Older version.
Or they actually improve something surprisingly.
Anything else notable?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so. I think we touched on a good amount of stuff.
So, well, yeah, for the Diamond and Pearl. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
We need somebody to take 10 years to make another Diamond and Pearl remake.
Yeah.
You know,
And even
like,
then, we really don't need.
it'll be A-D-P-R. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like another Metroid 2 remake?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You know, another Metroid 2 remake, is that game better than Samus Returns? I haven't played it in a while.
It's debatable.
It's closer to Super Metroid.
Yeah. It depends on how
Yeah.
you feel towards it.
But all right. Let's.
Uh,
Our last Pokemon Presents topic is Pokemon Arceus.
The most important thing is that Basculin got an evolution.
yeah, that's pretty important.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
Time.
and then they up the graphics to like a solid 29 FPS.
Yeah.
It was standing at a solid 30.
No, it's 29. It's 29.
Do you have the frame counter?
Yeah.
Frame by frame?
Yep.
Yeah. It definitely looked less shitty than
But it still
when
looks.
we first saw it.
It still kind of
Still
looked.
doesn't look good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what is the
Yeah.
premise of this game again?
Open
It's-
world Pokemon.
Yeah, open
It's
world. Okay.
Pokemon Breath of the Wild.
You have
So-
a dodge roll. Pokemon can beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Imagine just the Pikachu's just coming from across the field, just thunder tackle, just.
See,
Well,
yeah,
so-
conceptually,
so
just that
painful.
moment alone, it sounds wonderful.
That moment just flashes before your eyes where that Pikachu just messes your whole day up.
And by the way, if you pre-ordered a game, you get 30 heavy balls.
Oh snap!
You better get them, those heavy balls.
I'm doing it right now. I don't think I've even ever used a heavy ball.
What do they
They're
do?
not great.
They just
Doesn't it
work. They work
touch
on.
you based on weight.
Based on
Yeah.
weight. Based on weight.
Does it beat like Ultra Balls like on legendaries and stuff? 'Cause legendaries are always super heavy.
Only it does, but only for like the heaviest Pokemon.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they have to be like.
Super heavy.
So you need to like check the wiki like 20 times to see if it's like to do a cost benefit analysis. I see.
Yes.
You could probably catch a Snorlax with one,
Maybe.
but that's about it. Maybe a Kyogre because he has a pretty high catch rate as a legendary, but that's about it.
Yeah. But yeah, anything honestly
There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
exactly, yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about the combat?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
We have a
So
dodge roll.
yeah. So there's real time sort of ish combat where you the player can be attacked by Pokemon in the wild, but you can't fight back. You can only dodge. So in order to fight back, you have to still use your Pokemon, which you engage in combat by just throwing their Pokeball towards them.
So,
Without actually throwing it on top of the Pokemon, because then you'll try to catch them.
Right.
But if you throw it towards them, you'll engage in battle. But it's not how it is usually, because this time it goes for a turn order system similar to, say, Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So
Interesting.
where if your Pokemon is like drastically faster than the enemy, then they could potentially go 2 times in a row.
Oh.
So like in theory, you could have a Pokemon that has really high speed fighting against a Pokemon with really low speed. You can go for like a Dragon Dance turn 1, and then you had a second turn, and then because you Dragon Dance again, and then you get a third turn because your speed is just that much higher, and then you switch the order.
Oh.
And then you go and kill them in one hit. Because you
200
just
IQ.
Dragon Dance twice in a row.
Oh,
Yeah,
we can hit.
Sounds like a fun mix-up.
I can
Like,
hit a
just,
Pokemon with that
basic
Venusaur Solar
Yeah.
Beam, charge it up, and hit them with it.
battle.
all in
Venusaur
one.
is a slow guy though.
No, we give him a bunch of speed.
Well, Venusaur can be really fast.
Really?
It's not that slow. Yeah,
Yeah, we
especially if you're using his one ability that makes him doubles his speed in harsh sunlight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like a big that was like the meta in Gen 5 because everybody like Gen 5's meta was entirely dominated by weather types basically. So, very popular strategy was like sunny day Venusaur with like solar beam and shit. He'd have like double speed and then just one shot everyone with solar
I'm just
beam.
imagining a
One.
big Venusaur running around now.
Yeah.
Just a beam, a yellow beam cannon everywhere.
Pretty much.
Imagine him running around like a corgi.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, this kind of like weird because I feel like it might, in theory, break the game. Where high speed
also,
Pokemon are already like overpowered for the most part, and then you add this on top of it, they're gonna be really overpowered.
Well, maybe they'll add some more tank stats to slower Pokemon, I
yeah, there
guess.
might be some other like mechanics and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean there is like another mechanic where you have two different stances, like the fast stance and the strong stance, effectively,
Okay.
where you can prioritize your speed stat or you can prioritize your damage stats.
Okay. I mean, they're obviously gonna do some balancing with this.
I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
100% sure how the stance system actually works, though.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely more interested in this game than I was, like, after, like, seeing the combat a bit and stuff. Like, if this has just, like, a half-interesting world, like, I could probably really get into this.
And they would definitely need to fix the that 29 FPS they got going on. At least for
Oh,
me, because like if this
Yeah.
game is just slow and glitchy, I'm not gonna want to play it. I'm not gonna want to sit through that. It may be cool, it may have some cool stuff about it, but if it's just not fun to play,
Honestly, to me, it just looks so cheap. You
yeah.
know, it looks like bootleg Breath of the Wild. Like, I've literally seen Unity asset flips that look better than this.
I
I
mean,
feel like they were just going for, like, a Breath of the Wild art style and just not pulling it off as well.
Well, yeah. But
Well,
why
yeah,
would you
yeah.
play this when you could play, like, you know, Breath of the Wild or Genshin Impact or fucking Phoenix, that one Ubisoft game that's Breath of the Wild?
Is this one I get to play Breath of the Wild with Pokemon in it?
I guess.
That'll mix things up a bit. I can't name it, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of just the little mechanics actually have me mildly interested in this.
Honestly, I feel like they didn't go far enough with the changing up of the combat system. Like, if you want to do a turn order system, I'm fine with that. But you should at least, you know, adjust the combat system to account for that. Because turn order just fundamentally doesn't work with one-on-one battles. And
Yeah.
one-on-one battles are just not super interesting. And the only reason why Pokemon has gotten away with it is because how it mechanically works of every single monster you fight is also a party member. A potential party
Yeah.
member, you know? So every monster and player character is effectively on somewhat equal playing field. Obviously, some are better than others, but
Yeah, you could just switch out then.
yeah, but because it's mechanically based around some inherently being strong against other ones, which is where the switching mechanic comes in of having, you know, 6 party members, only one being active at a time. But in this, I feel like if you're going to do turn order, you should at least bump the active party member limit up to like 3.
yeah, I was about to say 3 would be perfect.
It's like, why can't we just have triple battles and then fight more than one random encounter Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like if we like as you
'Cause,
progress
like
through the
they
game,
show like scenes of like hordes of Pokemon. Why don't I just fight 5 of those Pokemon at once with
Yeah,
like
like
3 of my own Pokemon, you know?
yeah, like 5 Raticats or something.
Yeah. I don't think Raticate is a Pokemon.
Raticate, it's that little mouse.
Cat.
Yeah.
Ratatat,
Raticade.
Raticade maybe.
Yeah.
Ratatat's
It's
the
a pur-
purple one.
it's a purple mon-
Right?
Okay, yeah, purple
Yes.
rat. It's a little purple rat.
Yeah, you said Ratacat.
Oh, my bad.
Raticate is not a Pokemon.
Should be.
Well, I was thinking a cat chases a mouse.
Okay, yeah, Ratacat could work. It's like the ghost of a mouse possessing a cat.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
If it a really messed up Pokedex entry, like, yeah.
Be normal ghost type.
But all right. Anything else about Pokemon
Yeah.
Arceus?
You can glide with it Braviary.
Whoa. Glide.
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild.
pretty much.
Do you have a paraglider like Breath of the Wild though?
Yeah, but it's a Braviary.
Fun.
Oh, okay.
Braviary's the America Pokemon. Yes.
Yeah, but this one is the Japanese Braviary.
What?
Yeah. Did you not watch the fucking trailer?
Oh,
No.
I have. I just forgot it.
You gotta get Chocobos.
I forget these details. Okay. We're going Braviary.
These details are crucial.
Chocobos. Well, Chocobo is not a Pokemon.
No, but it would be great to use as a paraglider. Even though I'm pretty sure Chocobos don't fly.
Yeah, they're kind of fat.
I don't know.
Also, the region, the Usui region, I thought they were just... So is this a whole new region, or... Because I thought they were just going to do whatever Diamond and Pearl's region was. Just like
I
in
think this
past.
is the Sinnoh region, but in the past, which was called the Hishuni region.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the name of the region before it became the Sinnoh region.
Okay, so that's what they're going with. Okay. that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But at least this Pokemon game is going to finally fulfill the JRPG trope of fighting God as the final boss. Presumably
Yes.
that you're going to fight Arceus as the
Although-
final boss.
Doesn't
Which-
Diamond and Pearl already do that? Well,
Yeah.
I guess they're just gods. They're not the god.
Yeah.
What Pokemon are actual gods? Like, besides-
Arceus is
That's it?
god. Well,
Arceus
Dialga,
is-
Palkia, and Giratina are below
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's such a weird looking
I mean,
Pokemon to be god.
Xerneas and Yveltal can be technically considered gods.
Are they
If
just
you
like
think about it.
ancient beings? Are they really gods? I thought they were just,
Well, like,
I mean, all legendary Pokemon.
Yveltal is like literally the like death incarnate,
Yeah.
you know, and Xerneas is like life.
Incarnate.
Yeah. They're the
Yeah.
life and death Pokemon. Yeah.
So life and death, we got God, we got everybody in between.
Palkia is like, you know, the god of space, and Dialga is the god of time.
Oh,
And Giratina is the god of
Something.
he's
Yep.
Satan.
The opposite. He's just.
Yeah. Well, I guess Giratina would be the opposite of Arceus.
so
Yeah.
he. Well, then that
He's
would
the-
make Arceus God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arceus is god. Giratina is Satan.
Okay.
Yeah, Giratina has 666 on him. If you never noticed.
Yeah.
He has like
He has,
6
like,
wings,
six-
6 horns.
Yeah, he's got like 6 legs, 6 wings, 6 horns.
Yeah, he's cool. He's awesome.
Both of his forms.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't think about all that before. Never really thought about all that before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll be able to fight Arceus and watch him kick our ass. Because he's probably super fast and hits like a truck.
You know, yeah, he's still around in Diamond and Pearl, so they're gonna have him kill you by the end to have the lore make sense. So watch out.
You're not gonna be able to get him. He's just gonna. You're gonna get. It's gonna be like one of those battles where you get him to like 1/4 the health bar, and then he's just gonna be like, "Aha, you thought," and
Yeah,
then
the
teleport
whole-
away.
You kill him and you win in the game, lose in the cutscene.
Yeah. It's gonna be depressing.
Yeah,
He's gonna send you to Giratina's realm.
yeah. Something big's gonna happen. He's gonna like do his like ultimate
He's
move.
gonna turn you into Giratina. It's gonna be Giratina's origin story. It's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah, and then it cuts into another Pokemon game.
That's the big twist. Just wait. You know, I'm gonna put money on that. That sounds like a really dumb idea. We're gonna see the Giratina origin story
Yep,
in this game. It sounds like a really dumb idea. We're gonna see it then.
and that's gonna be the sequel to this. That's gonna be the next one coming out.
Just,
Pokemon Giratina.
but no, it's gonna be just Platinum, another remake, just of Platinum.
Really?
You know what? I'll take that. Yeah.
You think so? I know this is all hypothetically speaking, but you. But
Obviously not.
That'd be something though. But
yeah, anything else of note from the Pokemon?
No, I don't remember anything else.
all right. Well, enough about Pokemon. What do we got next?
Yeah, fuck Pokemon.
Fuck
We're
Pokemon.
using Monkey Ball.
Yeah, Kiryu. So,
Yeah.
Monkey Ball decided to be awesome, and they're just adding a crap load of Sega characters.
Yeah.
Look at our picture for this is great. Man's is just cruising.
Terrifying. Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of bananas, he just looks like he collects like the health drinks.
Yes. Oh my god, look at his perfectly trimmed triangle triangle beard.
His goatee.
Yeah, his goatee is just a little triangle. It's
Kiryu is just a legend.
Yeah.
They even got his suit with the unbuttoned a little bit too. The detail. The detail.
It's pretty great.
Oh.
Have either of you guys play Monkey Ball?
I played a little bit of it.
I played Banana Blitz HD actually. So what I played like
I played a little bit of like Step and Roll on the Wii. And that's it.
I think that's the one I played like at a family function the one day.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out with my cousin. They're like, "Oh, let's play Monkey Ball." I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting."
See, now they're finally remaking all the good ones. I don't know why they remade Banana Blitz first. Like, what's the opposite of a fan favorite? Because that's what Banana Blitz is.
The most hated.
Yeah.
It's like the Skyward Sword of the series, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it had awkward motion controls. But yeah, I played Banana Blitz HD. I didn't really hate it aside from the bosses being weird. But I'm much more excited for this. Is this coming out pretty soon? If I remember, it was like
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
October, right?
Yeah,
In a few
October.
months.
All right, set. Yeah, it's the first 3 games, which is awesome. And yeah, Kiryu's not the only character that's a guest character. We got Sonic, we got Tails, and we got Beat from Jet Set Radio.
Yes, sir.
And somebody else is going to be announced soon. I don't know how
Yeah,
it's
gonna be another Sega character.
It's gonna be, and probably gonna be, I don't know, Joker or something.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Joker.
We're not gonna get someone cool like Shenmue guy
That'd be something.
or Knights. Nah, it's gonna be Joker.
Yeah, Joker's gonna get in.
I could see Knights getting in.
Knights would be cool. Knights is that other series. It's like Monkey. It's like no, it's like Sama de Amigo, where they get to appear in all the Sega guest star stuff, but they're never going to get another game.
Yes. Oh, are we gonna get a Viva Pinata and Monkey Ball?
Yeah.
That's Sega, right?
I think it is. Yes.
You know what's really funny about Viva Pinata is there was a cartoon of it, right?
Yeah.
I used to watch that because it was just on, so I watched it. And I was like, I don't have anything else to watch. I have no choice but to watch the Viva Pinata cartoon show. But I never knew there was a game of it until like way later, and I was like, oh, weird. It was very weird. Like, I don't know what the premise of the game is, but the premise of the show...
no, Viva Pinata isn't Sega. It's Rare.
It's not? It's rare. That's...
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I thought it was Sega. That's so weird.
I think it's Samba de Amigo, with its weird pseudo-Mexican theming.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about Viva Pinata.
Oh, talk about Viva Pinata. That's
Yeah.
a terrifying game.
Okay, I don't know what the premise of the game in Viva Pinata is, but in the show, there was a collection of pinata characters, and all their dreams in life was to be launched out of a cannon into somebody's backyard for their birthday party to be beaten to death. Yeah. Of course, they would then respawn back, in Viva Pinata Land, like later, after being launched out of cannon and beaten to death. and having their insides consumed.
So I'm looking at Viva Pinata's gameplay on Wikipedia. It's a farming sim where you raise and grow pinatas.
And then beat them to death and eat their innards?
Yeah, I think so. Here, let me read
Oh my
off.
goodness.
The game features 60 types of pinatas. Certain animals are pinativores and must eat other pinatas to become residents or reproduce.
The fuck?
Pinatas die when they are broken open, either from another pinata's predation, the hit of a player, or Professor Pester's shovel, or illness. You can get ill and die.
You could just keel over and die at any point in time.
Okay, I just looked up the Viva Pinata cartoon, right? It came out in like 2006. It had 4 seasons and it has a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
How did they get 4 seasons?
I don't know.
But yeah, if we got a
The
Viva...
only episode of that show I remember was one where they all went to a bar for happy hour. I don't remember anything else in that episode. I just remember that they went to a bar.
Happy hour incoming!
I think it was like a candy bar. They like ate literal candy because, you know.
Yeah, they showed alcohol in other regions, I bet.
I don't know.
Pinatas got drunk, and when they break them open, like, tequila came out. It's horrible. You know what? We can get Banjo-Kazooie and Kazooie were in the Xbox version of Sega All-Stars Racing, so we can get Viva Pinata in the Xbox version of Monkey Ball. That's the plan.
Okay.
Make it happen, Microsoft. I want to see the return of Viva Pinata.
Microsoft owns Viva Pinata, not Sega Sammy. Sega Sammy owns Miku. We're gonna get Miku in Monkey Ball.
Yes. Actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah, she's kind of a shoe-in, isn't she? Well, actually, she wasn't. She hasn't appeared in any of like Sega racing games, so
yeah.
Sega's weird because they totally.
We're gonna get my favorite Sega character, Team Fortress.
Oh yeah, with weird voice acting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy, spy, and pyro all stuck in a ball together.
Yeah, that would actually be really funny. Actually, them all just like jammed in there. They're all like way too big.
Yeah,
that'd be great. No. The ball, they're riding into pastime ball, so it has like unique physics.
Yeah. That one game mode no one's ever played.
Exactly. Be perfect. Oh man, Team Fortress is my favorite character in Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed because they got like a French guy who has a French accent, but he doesn't sound anything like Spy, but he is French. Mm-hmm. So they just hired him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiryu is freaking hilarious in being in here. He should be in more games like Sonic and All-Stars at the Olympic. Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. Kiryu should be in that. I mean, come on. They added like boxing in like the latest one. Why can't Kiryu beat the crap out of Luigi? It'd be really funny.
Because then he might have to fight like, you know, Blaze the Cat.
Oh, you're right.
He can't do that.
I forgot about his code of honor. That's why Kiryu's not in Smash.
Yeah, you can't punch pussies. Why isn't Big the Cat in fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games?
I think he is.
He is? Yeah. I don't think he is. I don't think I've ever seen him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
They have slightly different rosters.
You'd think he'd be perfect for like deadlifting. Anyway.
No, he's just the host.
Yeah, yeah, like, let's...
Frame. Screw this. Those cowards that will make Big and...
Oh, that's who they should put in Monkey Ball. Big the Cat.
Yes, exactly. See, no ball. He doesn't need one. He's already spherical.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here comes the best topic of the night.
Uh,
Quake
yeah, they
remaster.
kind of shadow dropped a Quake remaster. They just announced
Yeah.
it. It's like it's
Well, it wasn't
out.
really a shadow drop. It was an announcement at QuakeCon,
I know. It kind of came out of nowhere.
which I always forget is like a thing.
It's a big thing. But all the like every Bethesda game is still on sale. By the way, they're like pretty crazy prices right now. Go pick them up.
I should.
Um, but yeah, they kind of shadow dropped this port that's on multiple like. If you already had Quake on Steam, it upgraded straight up to this already.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice, and it's on Switch, which I also picked up. Just
Mhm.
like, oh, cool, I like fucking to go. And
Yeah.
it adds a lot of nice little features. Like, one, it includes all the expansion packs. Two, there's a whole new episode. The Realm of the Machine is a new episode, I believe. Lots of
Yeah.
little graphical touches without really. I mean, it looks like they didn't. They had a lot of like visual flair without anything distracting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, little stuff like
Who would
anti-alias.
think that in the year 2021 we would get a new Quake expansion?
Yeah.
For real.
And there's even mod support for it. And they included Quake 64 in its entirety with this as well. You can just enable that if you want to play Quake 64 for
Yeah.
some reason, if you're crazy. But yeah, this is great. I did not expect and it has all the music, which is really nice because the Steam port didn't have any music before.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's because it's just a DOS box version of Quake, and the
Right.
music came on the CD originally,
Okay.
so they just give you the executable without a CD. So
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah, it's weird technical stuff. But yeah, this full on just has the Trent Reznor soundtrack, which I mean, Quake is a weird soundtrack. It's mostly ambience, but it's all really good.
Yeah. And it brought back the multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it has crossplay.
Oh, does it have crossplay? I actually didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you can play with like Switch people and stuff if they're playing on their Switch.
Oh,
Because
that's
I know
actually
they
cool as hell.
put it to all the consoles because I know it's on Xbox as well.
All right, sick. I'll be deathmatching later.
Mhm.
But
And on the Switch version specifically, I want to say it added like motion control support as
yeah,
well.
there's
Like gyro aim.
There's gyroscope.
Yeah.
There's even a weapon wheel if you want,
Yeah.
which is nice on the Switch. But yeah, all around a really nice little remaster. Like seriously, worth picking up if you've never played Quake.
Oh yeah.
Like best way to play the game, honestly.
It's honestly really cool.
Yeah. Um.
It's worth it to go frag some people in Quake Deathmatch.
Yeah, Quake Deathmatch is super fun. I'm actually excited to now play that now that instead of crossplay.
Monster kill.
Monster kill. I'm gonna have to get this Quake remaster and shoot you, Ricola.
Oh. No, don't worry. I know where all the quad damage and crap are hidden. I know all the maps. Mario.
So you'll just 200 IQ me.
Yeah, I'll appear out of a secret passageway. It'll be hilarious. And then you'll find that, and then I'll keep dying because you know how to do it now.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes. Except Doom Deathmatch. I've never lost at Doom Deathmatch. Take me out of that.
I think I beat you one time.
That was
Yeah.
uncontrollable.
This is honestly really, really cool, especially when you factor in just how important of a game Quake is.
Yeah.
You know, people
like-
like overvalue Halo so fucking much. It's like, no, move over for the real fucking pioneer of the
What is
fucking
that?
genre.
I've read that some of Quake's code is in just about every 3D game ever made since.
No,
Like,
it's true. It's like so important.
like just full 3D games before Quake. Just yeah, like Quake could just run on just about anything. Just how efficiently coded it is, and
Yeah.
Yeah, we played
Yeah.
we played Quake on a browser before.
that was Quake 3. That was Quake 3.
Still. I'm
Still.
sure Quake 3 was still using a lot of the same code from Quake 1.
It was, yeah. But yeah, Quake is efficient enough to run on a browser.
Yeah. Yeah, I know in terms of like an order of like FPS game importance and like influence and stuff, it's like Doom, along with Wolfenstein, of course, and Quake and like Half-Life.
Yeah.
And then like 5 games below that is like Halo.
I think Halo made a pretty big affected a lot of stuff, although personally not really in ways I like.
I 100% agree with that. It was very
I don't,
influential, but almost all of its influence was completely negative.
people took a lot of the wrong lessons from it.
Very much so. And it's not even like a terrible game as much as it's just like, it's not as good as Half-Life,
Yeah,
you know?
nowhere near as good
Oh
as
yeah,
that.
but few things are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this
I
is
mean,
sick.
I'm just kind of one of those people who's like, I can't play an FPS on a controller on like consoles, you know? It's like,
Yeah, I'm better with older FPSs where aiming up and down is not a big deal.
yeah.
Like
Like for me personally, like I can play third person shooters with a controller fine. Like I kind of actually prefer that, but when it comes to first person shooters, it's like I need mouse and keyboard.
yeah, usually same, but like
But I also kind of feel the same way about like all first person games.
yeah, it's hard to get precision with right stick, especially if the game doesn't have iron sights.
Yeah.
But
With like with some third person shooters, it depends on how they're designed. With like say the Ratchet and Clank games or like Splatoon, they have a lot of platforming elements, 3D third person platforming elements. And because of that, it just makes it a lot simpler and work better with a controller, you know?
Yeah,
yeah,
Especially with Splatoon's gyro aim, which kind of takes away the negative of aiming with a stick
gyro aim
by,
is really nice.
fixing the aiming issue.
That's gyro aim is genuinely really. I've really used that like to switch ports of Quake and Doom. It's really noticeable how much that like it's
Yeah.
just a little useful feature.
It's definitely the best way to play first person shooters if you want to play them on a handheld.
Yeah. Um, for a
So,
second there, I was trying to think of third-person shooters I like playing with keyboard and my mouse, but I feel like there's like one or two, but I'm blanking.
yeah. The problem is there isn't like that many great third person shooters. Like usually the ones that are implement either some level of like platforming elements or they will be like very crazy and action heavy, like say what's that one platinum one?
Vanquish.
Yes, Vanquish. That one
Yeah,
is probably best with a mouse and keyboard as well.
I actually never
yeah.
played Vanquish.
It's good.
I've
I
owned it
haven't played it
forever.
either, but I know it's good.
Vanquish has my favorite one of my favorite review stories where Jim Sterling or whatever pre-release gave it a great review, like for the pre-release demo,
Right.
and they ended up putting a quote on the box for that from that pre-release review. But then when they actually played the game, they gave it like a horrible like 5 out of 10 review, the full game. So they had to remove that quote from the box. Which wonderful story. But yeah, go buy Quake. It's a classic. It's still super fun.
Yeah.
Also, this this is my second time I'm really playing through Quake. Like, yeah, and I'm appreciating the atmosphere a lot more. Like a lot of the little visual touches. Like Quake's a creepy game. It's surprising.
Yeah.
For how old it is, it's still kind of
Yeah, a
spooky.
lot of like old first person shooters had a lot of horror elements in them.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine? It's weird to think how people thought Doom was like super scary when it came out.
Yeah. I mean it's reasonable, like it's very horrific. I think Doom Eternal's scary, at least
Oh,
thematically.
oh yeah. Oh, I mean, when Doom came out, it was like stupidly immersive and like it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, these demons are coming to murder me.
Yeah. People that like when Doom came out, there was no games like that. There wasn't like any
Oh yeah,
first person 3D games like that.
yeah, nothing. Like you just can't even compare it to anything.
Yeah. It was so revolutionary, especially for the time. It's like so much influence can be derived from that game. And Quake really took it the next step, and so many games, take influence from Quake. It's one of the most influential
Yeah,
shooters of all time.
yeah. Even if you don't think about it, games like even non-shooters have to take influence from it just because of like yeah how the
Yeah,
way it like renders and stuff. Like people still take from that.
yeah. I mean, honestly, like Quake is so influential. You could say that it's as influential as Doom was, even though it
Yeah,
obviously takes a lot of influence from Doom itself as well.
yeah,
You know, I mean, same studio.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Man, it is so cool. They're still cool.
they're still fucking cool. Oh my god, they just made Doom Eternal. They're still
Exactly.
fucking cool. Yeah. They
All
might
right.
not be inventing new genres, but they're still the top of the FPS
They
food
still
chain.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Want to move on?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. What do we got next?
It's the WarioWare demo.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have played this.
Yeah. So they
Yep.
dropped a demo for WarioWare Get It Together. Showed off like a handful of characters and a handful of micro games. And I can definitely say this is great.
It
It's
feels
really
like a new
good.
WarioWare game more than Gold did.
That's
Gold,
because it is more of a new Wario game than Gold. Because
well,
Gold
yeah,
was reusing most of the micro games.
exactly. This just feels like a genuinely like a new fun way to play. Like like every WarioWare game had like a new gimmick.
Yeah.
Like what? Touched had touchscreen, obviously. Smooth moves had motion controls. Twisted had twisting.
Yeah. This one's. You want to
It's
go?
kind of hard to describe.
Yeah. Well, this one's gimmick is essentially one, two players, and two, controllable characters, each having unique move set, effectively.
Yeah, you're 10 little guys. It's just
Yeah.
joystick and one button. It's very simple, but each
Yep.
character controls wildly different.
Yeah. It's really
And
good.
it's really neat how each character like works completely different in like every micro game. Some characters are way better than others, so that might be my only issue so far.
Yeah. There's a few characters that are definitely like just garbage, like Cat and Anna.
Cat and Anna just are like hard mode. It just makes the game way harder to play.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a couple of micro games that are literally unwinnable as them.
I think they're winnable, just way harder than they need to be.
I couldn't figure out a way to dodge the lasers.
I figured it
as
out.
them.
You need to get stuck under you need to get a block above you.
I had like one setup where there was no block to get stuck under. I was just like, there was just no way. They were just always gonna jump into the lasers.
There might be another way. Maybe if you spam Shrook in a certain way. Who knows?
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
it is pretty neat
Yeah.
though how all the micro games work with every character for the most part. Though I thought that was actually
yeah.
really neat.
Like they all work with every character, and then some characters are way easier on certain ones than others. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised by how good 18 volt was.
He's really good. He just sits there and shoots projectiles while screaming like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Yeah, there's definitely some there he struggles on though, like the escape one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one he doesn't like anyone that requires you to move around because the only way for him to move is to hit like hook points.
But then you get to like the knock down the cat one where he just spam and beat it in like a second.
Yeah, or like the tweeze the armpit hair one.
Yeah.
That one's like he's broken on.
Love WarioWare.
It's really good.
I really appreciated the soundtrack using the horror sound from WarioWare like DIY.
Yeah,
They like composed it using DIY's music tool. It was great. Yeah, I'm just really excited for the full game. If
me too. And it's $10 cheaper than every Pokemon game on the Switch.
is it $50?
It's only $50. Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious how long it is. I don't want to just blow through every micro game collection and like.
Well, WarioWare games are usually very short. You can almost beat every single one in like
Some
one
are shorter
sitting.
than others. Like Touched was way too short with like almost no replay value personally. While stuff like Smooth Moves, I put dozens of hours in.
Smooth Moves was the one on the Wii, right?
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
can complete that in like an hour.
you can, but it has a ton of replay value.
That's
Unlike
true.
Touched, which you beat and you're done. There's nothing to know.
There was stuff to unlock in Touch, but there wasn't as much. So I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. I think I
And
put a bit more time in Touch, but that's partially because I didn't have smooth moves.
Yeah.
I
My
played
Wii collection is
yeah.
actually pretty awful. I don't have that many Wii games. Like most of the stuff I played on my Wii was Virtual Console.
I played a few Virtual Console games on Wii, not that many. But Smooth Moves would easily be the best WarioWare game if it wasn't for DIY.
Yeah, DIY is just OP.
DIY is too cool.
It's so good.
But yeah, I'm really expecting this to be real fun.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like a
please,
lot of the
Jimmy
mini
T
games.
and Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, what if they bring back like who's the Jimmy T ripoff? Is it like Timmy P?
Jimmy P. He was in Smooth Moves.
Yeah, he's the same guy. He's just that's like yellow.
Penis.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And I want to play as Ashley, who would be overpowered, I assume. She just
Yeah.
flies by and shoots laser beams, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Okay. Not enough Wario speaking in complete sentences like Gold, though. I noticed they slightly shortened him to more bark text.
Yeah, they did. But in the Japanese one, he's speaking full like lines. There was like a big Japanese overview trailer that they didn't have an English version of. But in that one, it was Wario's Japanese voice actor.
Wait.
full
Mario's
lines.
not voiced by Charles Martinet in Japan? That's shocking, actually.
Apparently, he has a Japanese voice actor.
I'm shocked.
You know, I wouldn't be too surprised with the Mario movie coming out and, Charles Martinet, getting old. He might retire, within the next 10 years or so, potentially.
That's insane to think about.
Yeah, it could happen.
I don't know if they'll get a new Mario voice actor, though. I'll be real. I think
But
they'll
the
just
thing-
use canned audio.
Well, they're
for-
definitely going to get a new Mario voice actor for the Mario movie.
Oh, for the
Yeah,
movie,
of course
And
they
they
have
might,
to.
go with the idea of, hey, we can get, a new Mario voice cast and stuff. And we'll pick ones out we really, really like. And then we'll go with them instead. And I could see that happening.
Interesting.
Because I think they already have at least some for Japan. Because obviously they must have one for Wario, because they did.
I think aside from the movie, though, they could literally probably just use canned Charles Martinet clips for the next 20 years and no one would notice.
They
I mean,
could.
They
They
did it with
very
Yoshi,
much
They
could.
did it with, I think Peach. They did it with most Mario characters. They haven't recorded new lines in decades.
They could. But here's the thing. It's going to be Vinny. They're going to get Vinny for the Mario movie.
Will they bring back the horrible Brooklyn Mario?
I really hope they do. That's what I want Mario to be.
Luigi.
Luigi.
I put your Pisano's pizza pie.
We're plumbers, Luigi. Spaghetti's in our blood. But speaking of WarioWare, there is something I did want to say. Because playing the demo with how the characters control and interact and stuff, it kind of gave me, an idea. It's like, hey, why don't they make a new Wario Land game, but just make it a WarioWare game? If that makes any sense.
I get what you're saying.
Where it's it's a new 2D platforming Wario game, just using the WarioWare branding and stuff.
That could work.
Yeah, where and you could play as Wario, and you could play as a couple of the other characters as well.
When the other characters are greedy enough to work in a Wario Land gameplay.
That's not true.
They will make them do that.
None of them want money as badly as Wario.
I mean,
You change the money to disco records for Jimmy T.
Fair.
There you go.
Yeah, fair. There you go.
and they're plumbers. They need money. They don't do that
Yeah.
shit for free.
Ashley's
Wario's
not
not Wario's not a plumber anymore.
I know, but
So
Mario and
probably
Luigi.
worked as a plumber at some point. Mario's not a plumber anymore.
Yeah,
Nintendo confirmed he's no longer a plumber.
he's a contractor.
He hasn't plumbed in years.
Anyways,
He did it in like fucking, Super Mario 3D World.
Did he?
Yeah, the opening cinematic. There was a pipe that was broken, and then they fixed it.
Yeah, like, he hit that with a hammer.
Yeah, like plumbers.
Plumber's gonna be using a wrench. Mario doesn't know what he's doing.
no, they hit stuff. This
Or
is
he's so beyond us that he does know what he's doing and he can fix it with anything.
Yeah.
Mario can fix it with like a piece of wet spaghetti.
Oh, but I do really like that Wario has his side bash from Wario Land in this.
That's a nice touch. I like
Yeah.
the side bench. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they didn't make it him like farting or something.
Yeah.
Wario Steam. But
Are we done
what's the
talking
rest?
about?
yeah, I guess we could be done talking about. I was just curious when the last Wario Land game was actually.
I
I want to say it was on the Wii. Did
Yeah,
the Wario
okay.
World come out before the last or after the last Wario Land game?
Was it Wario World GameCube?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, Wario Land 4 was GBA.
Right.
the picture we go ahead.
Oh, I was saying that game is weird. You know, you can't die.
That makes
Most of
sense.
a lot of Wario Land games you can't die. It's actually interesting.
Yeah.
The
Because
picture
Wario's tough to die.
the picture we have for this, I just realized Wario's doing a split and his pants ripped.
Yeah.
He does that.
I just find that hilarious.
He doesn't care. You don't
Yeah.
care. He's making
Anyways,
money.
let's move on. What do we got next?
I like how Wario is a scummy video game developer.
Right.
He's literally like an EA executive. That's Wario's character.
I mean,
You know, they should have kept Wario's German branding that they had during the 64 era. That would have been fun. Imagine if
Yeah.
Wario was just spouting German in WarioWare.
99999.
Exactly. You get it. You get it.
Why is
But
it
we-
anytime everybody talks about German, it's always that clip?
Well, because that's the only thing people know in German.
Name 2 other words in German.
Gesundheit.
I should know these.
Gesundheit and nine.
I'm like too hot to like think of any German words right now.
Gesundheit
Germany's
means
a close
bless you.
country. That's fair. That's fair.
Dunkopfs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can quote Medic.
Ein,
That's a lot.
zwei, drei. Oh, Dunkopfs means idiots.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to the Tales of Arise demo.
Yeah.
I have not gotten a chance to play this, but I played some other Tales games.
Okay. I played the Tales of Arise demo. And I haven't played any Tales of games. This is my first exposure to the franchise.
Okay.
How do you like it so far?
So to explain how this game is, Vine Salsa Joel has this bit, which is actually a very recent bit, where he talks about like anime action RPGs, like the Tales of series and like Xenoblade Chronicles, stuff like that, where he's like, oh yeah, whenever I'm playing games like this, it always feels like a cacophony of noise. It's like you're going to a fight and it's like, I got your back, Thunderblade.
Wait, did you play it
Fire me a
dubbed?
blast.
Did you play it dubbed?
But I don't even think there might not have been a Japanese voice option in
Okay,
the demo.
'cause
I'm not 100% sure. I
Most
didn't
Tales
bother.
of game, I don't bother with switching to Japanese, although with Tales of games I have. Symphonia and Vesperia, their dubs
Yeah.
kind of hurt me.
But I can very much say that this game is one of those games. It's a diarrhea blast game where you're going to a fight and it's like you're playing as like one character and you got like your 5 team members behind you.
You all go, no
And
more Mr.
everybody-
Nice Guy.
Everybody's just yelling their voice lines because there's like 100 attacks for every fucking character, and every single attack has them yell out the name of the attack when they use it. And And it's just like, you're playing the game and it's like Thunderblade, Thunderblade, I got your back, I got your back. Like, oh, watch out. Thanks. Diarrhea blast. Every fight is that.
Yeah.
It's very button mashy. Although, to be fair, I played it on normal mode.
You're
And it was just a demo.
too. They start forcing you to use combos as you go on.
Yeah, I assume that it's like I'll have to actually learn how to actually play the game as the game goes on.
I see the combat as JRPG Smash Bros. That's kind of what the combat inputs are.
A bit.
It has the directional special inputs from Smash.
Yeah. Well, this one doesn't. This one has different combat.
That's actually interesting.
The rest of the series.
Okay.
So I don't know how the previous Tales of games worked exactly.
They're on a 2D plane, but like 3D games. Like, you can
Right.
move forward, backwards, left, right, and you press a direction and press a button to do an attack.
Right.
So, like Smash Bros.
So this one was like camera behind you, fully 3D, like action combat.
Okay.
You had like a basic attack that was free to use on R1. And then on your face buttons, one of them was jump, and then the other three was your special attacks. And your special attacks would be different if you were in the air or not. You'd have an aerial set of special attacks.
Hey, can you read the special attacks? Because that's usually
I don't know. I mean, yes, you can. You unlock new special attacks as you level up and stuff, and you rebind them and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. That's how you play.
The demo lets you pick from like all the playable characters. I want to say I just picked the main guy.
Main guy is always the best. He's the one with the sword.
Yeah. So I didn't test out any of the other characters. I didn't test out the mage girl. I didn't test out the monk dude. The monk dude is like a twig though. It's like really skinny.
That's fun.
Yeah. I didn't test out the white mage with a gun.
Yeah, she just straight up has a gun.
Yeah. They called her the gunner, but she's a white mage with a gun.
Didn't Xenoblade also have that?
Yes.
Huh.
But this one doesn't heal you by shooting you. This one just heals you by using like healing magic, and then she shoots people with the gun.
It's just a white mage that happens to have a gun.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah. But you can also like, use the directional side buttons to, like call on your like teammates to go and perform an attack immediately on an enemy. But they are still in the arena fighting with you as well.
Yeah.
But you can only control one of them at a time, and you can't switch mid-combat. And you couldn't switch the character you were playing as during the demo, but I'm assuming that in the actual game you can switch just, by pausing the game in the menu when you're out of combat.
Yeah. That's actually interesting. Like the combat sounds like it sounds like it has like all the same mechanics, but honestly the camera angle change sounds like it actually makes a pretty big difference in actually how you play it.
Yeah, I know the combat is fairly different from the rest of the series.
Yeah.
But it's not that drastically different because Tales of games have always been action RPGs.
Yeah.
So they're just, changing the action up a little bit. It'd kind of be like the equivalent of going from Final Fantasy 3 to Final Fantasy 4. Still turn-based, different type of turn-based,
Yeah. I was thinking like camera angle change, like Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Less. I'd say much less than that.
You think it's still closer than that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Big art style change too. All the other Tales of games have been kind of cel shaded, like really bright, like cartoony almost. When this is going for more of a, I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, so the writing in this game is fantasy anime to the max?
Oh yeah,
I think I got into like one camp scene where I decided to cook a chicken.
Uh-oh.
Right? I had the main character cook a chicken.
Not a cooking scene.
Right, and he was cooking the chicken. And he was like putting spices and shit on it. And the smoke coming from the campfire was so terrible that everyone in the party thought that they were being gassed by enemies. That the enemy guys were just throwing like gas canisters and trying to kill them.
Okay, that sounds fun.
And then like the one guy was just like, no, 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 no. The dude's cooking. And they were like, what? They can't be cooking. How could cooking be this bad? It can't be cooking smoke. And then the guy was like, no, no, no. No, he's cooking.
Yeah, for what I played of Vesperia, they do put a lot of care. Like, there's a ton of just like party interaction and stuff. Like just goofy moments with the party, which I
like keep in mind, I was just playing the demo, and there was like every like 4 minutes there was like another goofy party interaction where the game stopped and the party would interact and then have an anime cutscene with each other.
That's fun.
Yes.
Which honestly I think is one of, aside from like exploring the world and stuff, I think like party interaction is kind of the main draw for a lot of JRPGs. So.
That's definitely true. I'm just not really sure how I necessarily feel about the writing because, like I said, it was super anime to the max.
Yeah, I have to play Vesperia games subbed. I hate using the word, but I kind of cringe at the dubs.
Yeah,
that
really?
rarely happens to me. Most games, I never bother to change like to Japanese audio for a lot of like games. Like Persona, I'm fine. I know a lot of people have like problems with Persona dubs. I'm fine with them. But the Tales of games, they get to me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I can say the combat in this was a lot better than it was in, say, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
So, but I don't feel like it's better than, say, Neo: The World Ends With You.
Okay.
And it's definitely not better than, say, like Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is an unreachable standard.
That's true. It really is. It's kind of like an enigma.
It is bizarrely just so good.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is so weirdly good because the rest of the series is so overall mediocre.
I like a lot of the other Kingdom Hearts games.
They're not even really bad. It's just that 2 is like a flawless 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and then every other one is like, it's okay, but it has a lot of problems.
I never finished it.
Right.
3 for the most part got pretty close, aside from the fact that it was so built around using like your special attacks. But that's a topic.
Honestly, I got burnt out really quick on 3 just because I found the combat too draining and annoying. It was just because it's like there's too many like weird cutscene attacks.
Yeah.
Where it's like you go into a fight and then it's like here's a Disney theme park attack and then here's a triple attack. And
those were a bit too common. Like after a few hours,
your weapon stance change, and it takes like 3 seconds to just change weapon stances. I'm like, what the fuck?
I like all that stuff in concept, but yeah,
that stuff in theory does work. It's just the problem is it's too frequent.
Oh yeah,
like you needed to have the attraction attacks.
I think on
2 per world max.
I think on critical mode, they make that kind of stuff less common. Actually,
well, I clearly should have been playing on critical, and
it wasn't
one day I will go back to Kingdom Hearts 3 and try again on critical. That's true. I mean, one day I will go back to Kingdom Hearts 3 and try again, but
yeah. So, but yeah, at least enough about Tales, right?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
You hit him with your Thunderblade and then combo into your Diarrhea Blast.
Yes.
Alright, we got another remaster.
Yeah.
Yes, Skyrim. 10th anniversary.
Man.
Woohoo!
10 whole years since Todd Howard released his magnum opus.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a cool picture we got for this.
And it's just another 5 more years till the Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, imagine speaking it's only 5 more years.
I feel like Skyrim's one of those games
coming out next year, right?
What is?
Starfield.
Yep, Starfield is coming out next year.
Okay, here's the bet. What do you think will come first? Elder Scrolls 6 or GTA 6?
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Ooh. Honestly, GTA 6.
Well, Elder
GTA
Scrolls
6
hasn't
hasn't
officially confirmed.
Yeah, and GTA 6 hasn't been officially announced yet. But we know it's being worked on. They've talked about it. They just haven't, bothered to show anything because they know they don't have anything to show yet.
I mean, all Bethesda showed for Elder Scrolls 6 was a vague mountainy area,
Yeah.
which doesn't even narrow down what area where it's gonna take place. It's still either gonna be like High Rock or Hammerfell,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna do where the Khajiit are from because they can't have the cats be the main
Yeah.
race in Elder Scrolls game.
But the better question is Elder Scrolls 6 gonna have good combat?
I never really had a problem with the combat in
I think
Skyrim.
Oblivion and Skyrim are fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
They're not
they're
necessarily
kind of mindless.
bad,
Mindless,
but they are mindless.
Yeah,
You know.
they're better than Morrowind,
yes.
Yeah.
where you just miss.
I mean
Yeah.
they're effectively the same as Morrowind, except for they removed the random dodge chance.
Yeah. Man, if you think random dodge chance is bad in Team Fortress 2,
Dude, I was playing Spy the other day. I went to stab an engineer in the back, and he just didn't
The Sny.
work. And then I got killed by a stupid sentry. It was very
Morrowind
cringe.
experience is you run up with your like sword, you whack the guy 100 times, then a pterodactyl comes out of nowhere and one shots you.
Oh, that's the
Morrowind's a-
worst.
Morrowind's a great game.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the Elder Scrolls combat problem is very simply just you mash your face in together and then you spam your heal potions. It's
Sure.
effectively Hide, but in 3D with health potions.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
It's kind of just a consequence of its dungeon crawly,
Yeah.
really old.
It's not
CRPG
necessarily
version.
bad, but it's also it doesn't make it good combat either.
They needed to add
Yeah.
more dragons.
There is a mod I've never played that adds Souls-like combat to it.
I wouldn't even know if that stuff would necessarily work.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work in Skyrim.
But,
No,
like,
they're
you know-
rebalance enemies and shit.
Yeah, but that's honestly one of the things that I think Breath of the Wild really nailed down right. Is that, well, it might not have necessarily the best combat. There's a lot of balancing issues in Breath of the Wild that kind of drags it down. But the core combat is fucking flawless.
It's fun.
It's
There's a
so
lot of-
good.
Fun little ways to work around.
There's so much crazy shit you can just do. The problem with Breath of the Wild's combat really just comes down to mechanical balance, and you can just pull out a big sword and then just whack the enemy until they die if you have good enough armor and shit.
Yeah.
You can get really crazy and creative, chaining bobs and then sliding down a fucking mountain while shooting your bow at them with the slowdown time, and then dropping down on them with a big electric blast.
Yeah.
You
but it's
know,
not really
you can go
anything
crazy and do all this insane shit in Breath of the Wild.
They're
But
not
then
really
it's kind
rewarded.
of yeah, it was why bother outside
Yeah.
of recording a clip for fucking Twitter,
Yeah. But so on the topic of the Skyrim anniversary, they're adding I think they said over 500 workshop mods and stuff.
Oh wow, that's a
Just
lot.
as official DLC. It's as just part of this new edition, which is very nice.
Yeah, actually, they're gonna optimize a lot of mods that people probably use now, so then people can add more
Yeah.
and not break the game.
Hey, I don't care how broken it gets. Skyrim with mods is great. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play. If you have Skyrim on your computer, you need to have mods on it.
Pretty much.
So a few weeks ago, I was just in the mood for Skyrim, and I got out my Switch. And guess what? The only platform that this anniversary edition isn't coming to.
The Switch.
Yeah, so Switch doesn't get to have all those fun mods.
Oh no.
It probably couldn't run on the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this would be the remastered version.
Yeah, this is another remaster. This is for PS5 as well.
Which the Switch was not, the remastered version, if I remember correctly.
I think it's the remaster, the one that was on PS4 and stuff. I think it
Okay.
does. Yeah, it adds all the stuff that was they added. to
Did it
PS4.
add the new water?
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay. I just remember that Skyrim water trailer.
It had light coming through the trees. That trailer. That's a great trailer. I think you could add the Skyrim theme to any trailer and it would make it sick.
Yeah. I mean,
Going
going back to Elder Scrolls 6 and the combat and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they would improve upon it some way. Maybe having a bit more emphasis on weapon type.
Maybe. You know, I'll be honest, Fallout 4 had really solid combat, so I could see them putting more
Yeah.
focus on it in
To be fair, the Fallout, even Fallout 3, I feel like had better combat than maybe like Oblivion, just because
yeah.
it's more shooter focused, so they can kind of,
Yeah, it's
tease
easier.
around that. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of harder to do with like melee.
Yeah. It's really just melee and first person just doesn't fundamentally work well.
Yeah, I
I don't think
suppose.
I've ever seen like a first person game utilizing melee well.
Unless you do something like Elder Scrolls 1 and 2, where there's like a huge focus on like how you swing your sword and stuff, but I don't think there's an easy way you can do that on controller.
No.
Well,
And like they could emphasize the third person camera angle more in Elder Scrolls 6, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that would help a lot with the combat.
You could do that.
it would help with
But I
combat, but I
don't
think it
know if
would
they'd
lose
want
something.
to do
Yeah,
that.
like I think part of it's
And
the
plus
immersion
then,
factor.
yeah, to an extent. I don't know. I feel like in an RPG, you go through all your character creator just to play it in first person anyway. It kind of ruins the character creator point, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit.
RPGs are kind of inherently meant to be played from the third person.
yeah. Yes, Elder Scrolls guys races and stuff, so they kind of react to that at least.
Yeah, I
And
mean that's the
it's
thing. It's like with all the Elder Scrolls games, you just press a button to switch your camera angle,
yeah.
Yeah.
so you can
No,
always
no.
play it in third
Here's
person.
Skyrim's big innovation in third person. Your character is always ugly, no matter how much time you spend in the character creator. Skyrim has the ugliest characters. Like they're not even like they look like people. Like Oblivion, they look like horrible alien monsters. But like
That's
Skyrim, they
very
look like
true.
everyone just looks like ugly people.
It's the Western design aesthetic, you know.
It is.
Yes.
I know what you're
Like
talking about.
when you look at Japanese games, all the people are very beautiful. They all got perfect skin. They all got perfect hair. They all have no more
You know,
designer
yeah,
clothes.
I guess everyone looking like shit.
In Western games, everyone looks like garbage.
I mean, I guess it's fitting for Skyrim's setting. Skyrim's a bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very pretty, the environment, but also, you're gonna get murdered by like a woolly mammoth.
Or a troll.
Ugh.
Or a woolly mammoth.
That's woolly mammoth troll or a woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Skyrim has the coolest trolls. They're covered in fur and have like 6 eyes.
They do have really
Funny.
cool looking trolls.
They're funny.
Honestly, I know it's not a troll, but the Yetis from that mummy movie
What mummy movie?
with the rock in it.
Which one?
Uh
The Scorpion King?
yeah, Scorpion King.
I haven't watched the
Scorpion Rock. Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yeah.
haven't watched that movie in like 15 years.
The
I
Yeti.
haven't watched that movie in like
They need to
23 years.
they need to add the Yeti in Elder Scrolls from that movie. It was perfect.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
But all right.
Um,
Anything else?
no, it's a new Skyrim edition. The Todd's he's getting us again. We've been swindled.
We've
Yeah.
been spagoodled.
Gonna buy Skyrim for an 8th time.
Yes.
I don't think I bought Skyrim once.
I have not either.
Yeah.
What's Skyrim?
But
That's
Howard's
fun.
gonna break into my house and force me to buy Skyrim on Steam now that I said it.
You're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're finally awake. You'll be trapped in VR with like duct tape to your head.
You finally awake.
Oh no.
But
Anyway,
yeah, sure.
let's move on.
To our final topic, which is Pinhead and Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, new Dead by Daylight killer.
Yay!
No.
All right, Ricola, you want to start it off?
Well, yeah, I believe I'm the only one here who's seen Hellraiser.
Yeah.
No, I've seen him.
No, I mean the film.
Oh.
Hellraiser is not a person.
Yes, that's the film they came
He's not Metroid.
from. All right.
In Metroid, you play as Metroid and you hunt down aliens known as Metroids.
Uh-huh.
And
You
Metro.
have to stop the mom brain.
In Dead by Daylight, you can now play as the Hellraiser. Uh, he shoots cool portals that chains come out of, and it's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now you're
with this-
thinking with portals.
Yeah, it's great. Also, one of the plots in the main points of the movie is that there's a puzzle box where if you solve it, it summons him, and they just decided to make that a game mechanic
Oh.
where you can find the box.
Oh yeah,
and
actually I did. I have seen that.
if you don't solve the box, then he can see everyone's location. But if you try to solve the box, then he can teleport to you alone while you're solving it. So it's kind of a fun risk reward there. So it's
Oh,
like,
shoot.
oh, if you solve it, I'm in immediate danger. But if I don't solve it, then everyone's in danger.
Oh.
So
That
that's
is
actually a fun trade-off. I don't know if he's super powerful. His like the shooting people with chains is fun, but all it kind of does is like if you land it, it just kind of slows them down, so you can just get a hit on them. Which
I mean, that would be kind of broken if. I mean.
well,
I mean,
I'm
with
not
the
saying I
whole-
want it to do damage, but I'm saying like maybe they'll need to like increase like the speed of it or something.
I mean,
I don't
with
know.
with the whole stock mechanic for like Ghostface, for instance. I mean, they have the potential to just knock somebody out. They should have done that for him. I feel.
Maybe, but I do also have to say like the attention to detail of like his animations and stuff is great. I love how he never touches anyone with any of his like attacks or animations. He only uses like chains and stuff. Like even when he picks someone off the ground, chains will appear on the portals and he'll just like set him next to him. It's great. So much little attention to detail. He's like genuinely impressive, especially of how janky some of the other animations are in the game.
Yeah. He's definitely one of the more interesting looking killers out there now.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play as him. And he
Yeah.
talks.
He talks.
Oh.
My dude has a voice.
Yes. Every time he teleports to you.
Do you know any of his voice lines?
Let me just send a clip.
Here, we're gonna play this for you just get to hear it. You don't get to watch it. Stream will get to hear the clip. We'll be able to hear his probably very deep, spooky voice. I'm assuming.
Okay, here, I found a clip. With 20 views. Here you go. Perfect.
Just yeah, those are the best ones.
The box. You opened it. I came.
The box. You opened it. I came.
And then he comes on you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Hey. To be fair, he is interdimensional sadomasochistic. That's his character.
I mean, that's a lot. That was pretty cool though, how that worked.
Yeah, I love the little bell effect too.
Yeah.
It's a fun mechanic. I'm really excited to play as him.
Yeah, I feel like this was a good killer to add. This is the final killer they're adding, correct?
No. What do you mean by final?
As in like that they've talked about right now. Like there's no other hints at another one.
Yeah. I thought you were like, no, they're not ending development. The game's still going pretty strong.
Yeah, no. But as far as like an instance for like a Smash
he's
character.
he's on like the public beta at the moment,
Yeah.
which I am not in. I could opt in, but yeah, I'll wait till he comes out officially.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with jank.
Yeah. That's for me, like I was trying to get the PBE for League and I was just like, I don't want to deal with janky high ping shit. I'll just wait for stuff to
Yeah.
come out.
So yeah, really looking forward to him.
Yeah, he looks really fun actually. I might pick him up. I'll be a Huntress Oni Hellraiser main. Pinhead Hellraiser guy.
Or the Cenobite.
The Cenobite.
You know, they never call him by name in the menu.
Yes. Cenobite.
Or like,
But yeah, that's all for me. Anything else, Ricola? Anything else you want to say?
um,
All right. that looks like that concludes our podcast for tonight. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Don't forget to check out our other platforms. We post all of our podcasts to YouTube. Don't forget to check out our Twitter. We also have a TikTok that we post videos on there. And don't forget to follow and subscribe. It really helps us. Really just shows us that we're doing something right at least. But yeah, anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, you can tell me about how I'm wrong about Pokemon in the comments.
Or you can agree with us about Pokemon in the comments.
Yeah.
Either way, we get SEO.
Ah.
All right. Well, again, thank you for everybody watching and have a great night.
Good night.